Hey guys, it's Joe from JoeTalks. Thanks so much for joining me again. I was sitting with a buddy of mine yesterday at a coffee shop, and we were just talking about the different dynamics within our current environment, to include politics as well as the military. And one of the topics that he brought up, one of the things we were talking about was the announcement that Saudi Arabia just gave out just a few weeks ago. So I went home, I Googled it, and I found a New York Times article that indicated that Saudi Arabia has threatened to liquidate about $750 billion worth in treasury securities, or T-dollars, if you will. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is because to me, I think this is a pretty significant issue in the regard that if they're liquidating $750 billion, imagine what that would do to the US economy as well as the global economy. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, why is this important? Why am I taking the time or wasting your time? Imagine this, right? Let's just imagine that you make $600 a week, okay? Or maybe you make $1,000 a week. And you owe me $5,000. I say, hey, I want my $5,000 back today. Just imagine what that would do to you. Imagine what that would do to your immediate finances and your immediate needs and requirements of your other responsibilities and duties. Can you bring food to the table? What would happen there? Now, let me take it another step back here. The reason Saudi Arabia has threatened this is because Congress is actually in the process of trying to pass a passage that will allow any country that have or had ties to the 9/11 attacks to be prosecuted and to be sued for recompense. Now, currently Saudi Arabia enjoys diplomatic immunity with the United States so that the foreign nationals can come here. We've all seen instances, of them crashing cars or doing things that are otherwise illegal, but getting away with it. Congress is trying to say, your diplomatic immunity is worth jack to us if we find that your actions were in some regard tied to a terrorist activity against the United States on our soil. And Saudi Arabia and the Wahhabi family have said this is absolutely ridiculous. If you pass this through Congress, we are going to liquidate $750 billion in treasury securities. To give you a little bit of history, countries like South Korea have actually done this before. They've threatened, all they've done is threatened to liquidate the T-bills of the United States. And the United States, played a sleight of hand, and through some publication and what they said, South Korea's economy actually crashed for about a day and a half because they were expecting that their economy was just going to be destroyed when they did this. Because here's the thing, by using this as an economic weapon, not only are you hurting the United States, but you are hurting the global political environment. United States has a very strong hold in the economic pattern, if you will, of the world. We are one of the largest consumers of oil. Saudi Arabia is one of our biggest exporters for oil. And South Korea, in this case, for historic sake, provides some of the most advanced technology. For example, the iPhone that you have in your hand is powered by Samsung chips. A lot of the appliances in your home may be Samsung products. A lot of the products that don't have the Samsung logo probably bear some of their technology and chips. So they're thinking, just by them saying that they were going to liquidate the T-dollars of the United States, it made a lot of people concerned, and they flipped out about it. And not even a week after they said that, they said, okay, we're really sorry, we're not going to do this, and then their economy leveled out. But this is Saudi Arabia that we're talking about. I mean, Obama has been a staunch supporter of the Wahhabi family ever since his presidency. And some people speculate that may be due to the fact that they own $750 billion of our debt. That might not seem a lot, all things considered, but still, I mean, going back to my example of the $5,000 and everything, I'm sure you're going to make $5,000 at some point in time. But do you have, if you only make $600 to $1,000 a week, do you have the capability to pay the $5,000 immediately? Some may say yes. Most of us will say no. So it just really makes me wonder, what is actually happening in the geopolitical environment? And that's one question. Another question is, why are the Saudi Arabians flipping out so much? If they really maintain their innocence, that they had nothing to do with the 9/11 attacks, why are they concerned? So that's just something I wanted to bring to your attention. I mean, a lot of people don't really hear or talk about the political environment such as going on in this arena, especially in Saudi Arabia, 9/11. And I mean, if you haven't checked out my video, I had a video yesterday talking about how the 9/11 trial is still going on and how some of those suspects are demanding that the U.S. Army colonel, who is the judge on the tribunal, step down for reasons because they believe that he destroyed evidence. So if you haven't, check out that video. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it beneficial. If you would like to hear more, subscribe to us, give us a like, share the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will also post a link to the New York Times article down there as well. Let me know what you guys think, and join me next time for another Joe Talks. Thanks, guys.